All right, we are going to be looking into the new moon in Scorpio coming in on November the 13th. It's not a Friday, which would make it extra special, but it is an important day because we are back with our traditional manifestation practices. So I'm going to explain all of this, plus the significance of this new moon in Scorpio, how to work with the energy for your benefit. But first, we're going to go into the Scorpio archetype of understanding what this scorpionic energy is all about. And being in Scorpio season right now, we are in a time of death and rebirth. So what does this mean exactly? Well, I've been recording a lot of content around the phase of death and rebirth, what it means, what these cycles are that we go through within ourselves, the transformational aspects that we experience, the change of seasons as we're in the northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere as well, but we are in the dark here up in the northern hemisphere. We just had our daylight savings time. So we do have a lot of this dark energy, this dark time to go within. And it is a very profound and very important part of our transformative process. So as the zodiacs are in a calendar, it represents and it signifies the cycles of our change within ourselves. And when we go through each step, when we go through each phase, when we understand these archetypes in detail, for example, we can work with them for our inner discovery, personal development, and growth. But the new moons, the moons in general, the moon phases, do have a very potent energy to work with for manifestation. So you can almost think of it like a workout schedule for the soul. It can keep you on track with your manifestation goals, and it offers a certain trait and aspect within yourself that you can look at for creating change in your life or for acknowledging an aspect within yourself that you may not have seen before. So this is the beauty of working with these new and full moons, which I love focusing on because it gives us so much information to work with. A lot of us are familiar with the full moon because it brings up a lot of energy to the surface. It shakes things up. It makes us moody. It makes us sleepy. It makes us emotional. And so this moon is such a powerful force, very close to our planet, and it does have a significant influence on our being, on ourselves. So understanding the lunar cycles is very important. I do usually work with every phase, but in these videos, I work primarily with the new and the full moon so that we can work with the energy and the archetype of that zodiac and use that moon phase, the lunar phase, for our full potential. So the new moon is all about a clean slate. We are out of eclipse season that we had, which was really rocky. It was bumpy for a lot of us. There was a lot of turmoil. There was a lot of energy shifting for myself. I had noticed a huge shift. My sun is in Libra, so the new moon solar eclipse in Libra was very, very, very transformative. Sometimes the transformation that shows up isn't exactly fun. It doesn't exactly feel like it is a walk in a park. It does bring up a lot of stuff from under the surface, that needs to be identified, that needs to be looked at, that needs to be explored so that we can face aspects within ourselves for healing, for transformation, for change, and for deepening our self-awareness within. And so that new moon solar eclipse in Libra started off this really intense energy for a lot of us, maybe yourself included. The full moon lunar eclipse concluded that eclipse phase, offering a time of endings in some kind of form in the practical realm. Now, it could have been to do with attachments. It could have been to do with e-commerce, maybe our perception around money, maybe things that we've been holding on to really tightly, maybe patterns that we have found ourselves working in with regards to, could be relationships, definitely e-commerce, work, maybe the stress and the pressure that we've been carrying on ourselves and being really forceful with executing our goals or creating certain change in our life, letting go of attachments and releasing. So whatever that full moon offered you, it offered me a huge shift. Honestly, it was very, very profound. I noticed a massive weight taken off of my shoulders in an area that I have been working on for a long time. It was a very, very, very powerful ending for me. So again, reflect and see what that eclipse season brought for you. A lot of the time it's going to be very personal. It's going to be a shift in energy, a shift in realization. Could be external as well, relationship changes, work changes, especially with that Taurus energy. But we had that Taurus energy within Scorpio season, which is very fixed. So Scorpio archetype, going into the Scorpio archetype now, is fixed energy. And so there's this beauty about this archetype, the fixed signs of going into the depths within, with Scorpio is going to be within self, within relationships, within taboo, feeling and sensing and exploring these deeper recesses, these deeper understandings of life, but from the senses and from the emotions and from the also psychic area as well. And not to be confused with psychic as in being a psychic, it is the psyche, our deeper mysterious aspect to ourselves, the unknown and the unseen. And so there's this ability in this season of Scorpio to really explore those depths within ourselves. And it is one of the most crucial aspects, all the water signs, the elements of the senses, the emotions. Scorpio is, of course, in the depths because it's fixed element. It loves to go in and explore, and it can also on the shadow side fixate a lot within those depths, but it's essential for really deepening our practice, deepening our self-awareness and the connectedness with others, with life, and within ourselves. So it is a really beautiful energy for this deep transformative or deep exploratory opportunity that we can find ourselves in. This phase of death and rebirth. Now, why Scorpio is connected with the phase of death and rebirth is because of, well, in the Northern Hemisphere, we're going into the darkness, or we are now in the darkness. It's after Libra season, so we have moved from this initiation cardinal energy, the understanding of truth and balance and harmony relationships, making some changes, initiating some new discoveries or initiating something new, and then we move into the depths with that. We move into the depths for transformation, dissecting, learning, gaining a sense, maybe out with the old, in with the new, understanding ourselves more. So when we initiate something in cardinal season, we just had the fall equinox in the Northern Hemisphere, spring in the Southern. There's change, what change was happening. And so with that change, we integrate, we move into the depths to understand the depths of that change within ourselves, within our life, etc. It also does have that association with death, with the cycle of life, right? So out with the old, in with the new, the transformation, the decay, the passing on of the old. And when we go through that phase, we move into Sagittarius season next, which is going to be towards the later portion of the month, which is coming out of that with our truth. Having more awareness, having more expansion, understanding life more, understanding ourselves more, being clear and feeling lighter with our energy when we have released from what we've been holding on to, or old attachments or subconscious beliefs in the depths. So we come out of that with Sagittarius season with this greater understanding of our truth, who we are, life, expansion, wisdom that is gained from those deeper exploratory moments. So the new moon is coming in on the 13th of November. The new moon is all about a clean slate. It's a time to set new intentions. So become really clear now with what you have gone through, moving you towards something new. This is a very important new moon because it's right after eclipse season. We just went through that really treacherous energy for many of us, or maybe it was easy for some, but it did, I'm sure, offer a glimpse into great change that could have happened within yourself. It may even create confusion because we are in a time here where we are allowed to go into our depths and explore those deeper recesses within, but that can be confusing. It can bring up a lot of uncertainty, a lack of stability, a lack of knowing. Try to dig deep within this one, because that is also a really great time to understand maybe what needs to change or what needs to be looked at or reflected upon or integrated. Sometimes we need some time to integrate new understandings or new change, and these are the ebb and flows of life. The cycles of life, the movement of life, right? So the new moon is right after the eclipse season. We have a time to set new intentions. We are back on track with our manifestation rituals, if you will, setting intentions with the new moon, getting really clear now with what you want to create or what you want to experience, tied in with change and transformation. Now, this could be even deepening your practice, your self-development, your spiritual practice. It could be deepening relationships. It could be even deepening your practice of maybe self-care and giving yourself some space to go through transformation. This could also allow you to commit to something deeper. So notice I'm emphasizing the deep depth, the depthness of this archetype. So something you can commit to that is going to allow you to gain more insight, or maybe what needs to transform. What are you willing to change within your life given the cycle of death and rebirth? Maybe what do you want to focus on for connecting with your intuitive self of rebirth as we move into Sagittarius season next. So this is all around new intentions, setting new intentions with the archetype of Scorpio. Scorpio is very loyal. Scorpio is very dedicated. Scorpio works very hard. Scorpio is very has a lot of depth and understanding of life and relationships and the taboo. Right, so you can use any of those archetypes, and I will also give you more information below. Just check out the description box, and you can pick out some of the prompts to work with your manifestation journey. Also, over on the Inner Circle on Patreon, I am going to be hosting a new moon ritual where we are going to be setting intentions. We are going to be working with the energy through guided meditation, through presentation, and also some readings as well. And you can join this for free if you sign up for the 7-day free trial over on Patreon. The link is going to be below as well. But it's a beautiful community, and we do weekly meetups, and especially working with the new and the full moons. So this is going to be, again, as I mentioned, a time for setting new intentions. We are out of the intensity of eclipse season. We do have Mars in Scorpio, which is actually really nice complementary energy for this new moon, because Mars in Scorpio is very fiery. It is a very strong, intense energy to work with. So you can find yourself maybe having that little bit of super boost for your manifestations to work with. Also, we do have a 9/11 month in November. And I want to explain this quickly also because it could be tying into something you might be experiencing. Now, in numerology, we all have our own personal month numbers, which I tend to follow. But we also have the collective energy of what we are going to experience collectively and also maybe personally. So as a collective, we have a universal month number 9 in November. And 9 signify endings. It's an end of a cycle. It's very, very profoundly aligned with this month of November. Now, November is an 11th month, which is a very powerful number. It's a master number connected to the cosmos. It allows us to connect with our higher self, with our intuition, with our vision. It is a very, very powerful number. And so the 9/11 combination is very strong energy. It has a lot of symbology in history as well. But it does signify very powerful and profound endings and beginnings. This is a time of a bit of an awakening also in this month. We have the 11/11 portal, which is my only portal day that I work with. I love this day. It does have a very beautiful energy of connecting with our higher selves, which I also will be hosting an 11/11 portal day on my Patreon account. And again, you can join for free if you like. The link is below with a 7-day free trial. But this energy that is coming in around the new moon is going to be very special. It is going to amplify your ability to manifest, to create. It is also going to give you more insight and intuitiveness into what you want to deepen within your practice, what you want to create, what you want to commit to, and also really tuning in with the change that you may have experienced. If you are going through confusion, if you are going through uncertainty right now, work with this energy, work with yourself, tune in, connect with your heart, connect with your intuition, and feel your way through the process, right? It's all about our senses. It's all about feeling. And there is a big element of trust with this process. And trust comes from our heart. Trust comes from our alignment and the connectedness with all. All right. So again, this new moon, set new intentions. You can light a sage to clear out the space of the old, everything that you just experienced. Again, new intentions, you can speak into the universe to make it so. Be really clear, connect with your heart, connect with the energy of all. And also, I love running a salt bath just to clean off the old energy and to put my feet into my new reality. And most importantly, feel your new reality. You want to feel it within your heart, within your bones, within your blood, within your cells. Feel the feeling of the future. Feel the feeling of change within yourself. Feel the feeling of a deeper connection within yourself. When we deepen the connection within ourselves, we are more connected with our body. We're more connected with our inner self. We're more connected with our subconscious. We become more conscious. We become more aware and self-actualized through this deeper practice. So I'm wishing you all the best during this beautiful new moon and beyond. And again, don't forget to sign up for the inner circle. The link is going to be below. I hope to see you at this new moon ritual or on the 1111 portal. Otherwise, I'm wishing you all the best on your journey and beyond. Until next time, I will be seeing you very soon. Take care.